in a lot of pain today. Slipped on the ice. I literally done my back in.
No, you're walking around, crawling around.
Oh, honestly. When it happened, afternoon, by the way, everyone, I was close to crying.
I know, but you look like you're going to cry.
It's like, I was like that.
Yeah, just get on with it.
And then I said to my wife when I walked in, I did it when I was outside, I walked in, I went, have we got any painkillers? And she said, rather than go, oh my God, what's happened? She went, I don't know, have we? And I went,
yeah, just get on with it.
Get on with it.
Little bad back.
I haven't got a bad back. But you know what's good is when I do the show, when that light comes on, you forget about everything.
I bet you don't. You're like, where's my water?
No, I've got that.
Yeah.
Square Edge just brought in. Apart from England. Apart from England.
Yeah. I said, didn't I? I said France would beat.
Darren Bent. Now listen, later on I think at the 5 hour, in an hour's time is when we're going to talk about Gareth Southgate.
Yep.
Right. So while I will have my rant now in just a moment about Gareth Southgate, if you want to have your rant about Southgate and mistakes you think he's made, we're doing that at 5. We're going to start off talking about England, how gutted you are, why we didn't win, and so on. Do you want to go first or second on England?
No, listen, it was disappointing. You talk about 3 major tournaments now where I felt England, certainly against Croatia in 2018, had more than enough to go on and win the game. Okay, but you go, fair enough, they had the experience. The Italy game going 1-up, I thought, right, Italy were there for the taking, didn't quite do that, retreated on the back foot. And then against France, even though France went 1-up, for me, it was a poor French performance. Their best player, who we spoke about for weeks, who had been studying for 2 years, it looked like it worked because he did nothing other than burn Kyle Walker once. That was it.
Second half, that wasn't it?
Yeah, but Kyle Walker done the job to a T. Didn't cause him any problems whatsoever. But it just felt like there wasn't enough self-belief to go on and win that game because, France were decent, but England, if you look at the quality of player that England have got, I just felt like it wasn't utilised enough, and unfortunately, again, we're walking away from a major tournament thinking, what could have been?
Their goal, the one scored from, was the goalkeeper to blame.
I think any top-level goalkeeper saves that.
Saw it late. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, he saw it late, but I think he's still got enough time to get there. And when you look at it from as the game was going on, I thought, how's he scored from there? There's no real backlift on there. There's not a lot of, I wouldn't say smashed it in. So I was like, okay, but listen, if he's unsighted, fair enough. But again, looking at this France team, and that was my only worry, is that too many people, I felt, his emphasis was on Mbappe. If we stop Mbappe, we'll win the game easy. Like, I heard some people talking 3-1. I think Paul Merson said Friday night, 3-1. I can't see.
Where did you say that Friday night? What?
On your show.
What, Football Bloody Hell?
Yeah.
9 p.m. Talk TV live on a Friday. That show, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, 3-1. I can't. England too good for him. And the way England played, England should have got something out of that game. I know they should have had a penalty in the first half on Kane. Kane missed the penalty, I understand that. But when you look at actual chances created within the game, England didn't create anything other than the one header from Harry Maguire. Other than that, Jude Bellingham shot from distance. That's not a chance. With these creative players, you have to create more than that.
Of course.
And by the way, they're members of their backline, France, Upamecano, car crash.
I thought what's his name played well? Griezmann.
Best player on the pitch.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him in that role, that sort of new to him role. I thought it was quite... Listen, go on.
He was really disciplined, Griezmann.
He was, yeah, Griezmann. I sort of echo your sentiments. I'd like to add to it, right? I want to talk about Southgate. We're going to do it in more detail at 5 o'clock. I just want to say on the Southgate stuff, right? What he has done for England as a group of players and how he addresses the media and the situation between him and them. And the relationship he has with them is probably the best it's ever been.
And the media.
And the media, that's what I'm talking about.
I remember when there was, where I was in the squad and it felt like there was a disconnection between the media and the players. That's not there.
So everything that Gareth Southgate has done, apart from in-game management, has been perfect. But we saw it at the Euros when we were 1-up quite early on, and then with about, I think it was 20 minutes to go, Italy equalised, and we had chances, and he made late substitutions. Again, someone summed it up. I can't remember who. It might have been Rio Ferdinand. Said that Gareth Southgate, yet again, was reactive and not proactive. So the game was there. I agree with you. The game was there for the taking. Apart from the first 10 minutes where I thought France looked really good. Yeah. Apart from that, I think we had the next 80 and then the 10 after that.
Agreed.
Right? I just don't get... They scored on 78 minutes, right? Giroud scored on 78 minutes. On 79 minutes...
That's a header, by the way.
Was a great header. On 79 minutes, we then made 2 substitutions. Mount for Henderson... Sterling for Saka. No idea why Saka come off.
I have no idea.
No idea. Rashford for Foden on 85. Okay. If someone can phone up and actually give me the reason why Jack Grealish is coming on 90 plus 8, then you'll win a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet. I've not made it up. But I don't think there's one. And even Gareth Southgate, this applies to you. I don't think there's anyone on the planet that can actually tell me the reason, apart from time wasting.
Faye will tell you. If we can get on the Faye,
maybe Faye will tell us.
Faye will tell you.
But I can't understand why Grealish is coming on 90+8. What's the instruction?
Didn't get it.
Go get 2 goals. Huh?
Yeah,
I've only got 30 seconds.
I didn't get it. There was a time, certainly in that second half, I felt like, they were panicking, France. Obviously, they got the goal, but then they gave the penalty away for Kane to get the equaliser, which unfortunately it can happen. He missed. But there was a chance for England to really put their foot down and really cause them problems. And you look at some of the in-game management from their perspective when you look at the French team, because as I said, they were there. But then you look at, he brought on like Kingsley Coman. Dembele's not having a good game, right? I'll bring on Kingsley Coman. And he was the only substitute they made, because at the time I thought, when you look at strength and depth, France have got good players, but when you look at what England have got at their disposal, that's why we're going to talk about Gareth, as you said, at 5. Like, what he's done for England, I think, by uniting everybody, fans, players, media, I think has been perfect. But I don't want to see this crop of players that we've got here who are so talented across the board, it kind of go to waste. Because you can't tell me that you've got a better manager, like a Pep. I know you're not going to get these guys, but Tuchel, better manager, couldn't get better out of these players.
Without that. Also, I'd like to add in, right, I am convinced now, 100%, that the only reason James Maddison was included in that squad was to stop the negative press surrounding Gareth and the team selection of it.
Do you know what?
You've got a player, sorry, Benny, you've got a player that's got more goals and assists than any other player in that squad. And in a game where I'm guessing he's fit, right, and we need a little bit of creativity, he's left on the bench.
That's my only thing when it comes to Maddison, is that I'm not quite sure how fit he was, and that's my problem. He didn't start the first game. Right? He was on the bench, but he hadn't played any minutes, had missed a fair few games. That was my only thinking. Was Gareth thinking, I'm not quite sure you're ready, because to go into a game of that magnitude when you're at 60%, even if you are playing really well for your club side, I think it is a bit of a risk. But you have got players, like you said there, Grealish, 90+8.
Grealish, 90+8. What's that all about?
Get him on.
What is the instruction? He would have said something to him, right? When you come on as a sub, the manager will always say...
Make an impact. So did you run on the pitch?
If I was Grealish, I'd go, you know we're not in extra time, right? You know it's not 98, you know it's 90+8. I need to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
We're talking England. Just tell us how
they should have won the game
now.
I felt like they had more than enough to win that game.
Yeah, I agree. It's a massive opportunity that's gone to waste.
We have three massive opportunities.
Yeah, I know, but Morocco in the semis, we would have... That's a tough game, right?
It's a tough game.
They would have had about 15 behind the ball, and they break so well.
But again, coming up against a powerhouse side who are perceived to be better than us, that we fold.